So today I read a Reddit thread about small Twitch streamers that have the gall to have a donate button and seem to commit other unforgivable sins. Today I'm going to talk to you about what goes on into my Twitch stream, and maybe you can judge for yourself whether you feel I'm worth your time, be it late night, prime time, or even during the day. So here it goes. Choices of games. When I first started streaming on Twitch, I had a near impossible to gauge collection of games from every conceivable generation: Atari, Commodore, Nintendo, Sega, Sony, Steam, you name it. Most of which I've never played, ever. I figured this was the perfect opportunity to explore a great chunk of those games. Most of which I can assure you that you will never ever hear of, ever. Kotaku isn't going to do an article on mail order monsters, nor is GameSpot going to give us a walkthrough on how to solve the puzzle in Jumpman Jr., and Gamasutra sure as hell isn't going to go into a lengthy piece on how Mule and its transgender creator revolutionized the industry to the point where The Sims was dedicated to her memory. What I do is play games, some obscure, some well-known, and some recent. I recently played through Dragon Quest Builders. I was about to say Monsters. I'd like to play them all before I die, and I may as well take the viewers along for the ride. So many that I had to resort to, for the longest time, to set my Twitch game to testing game, just so I don't have to stop and redo the title and the game being played. There's only so much time in the day, and I usually have to work in the morning, thanks to this, and thanks to this, I barely have any time to myself to catch up on news and chatter. Even the random chatter that sometimes bleeds through into the voice chat, yeah, I know it usually has nothing to do with the game. But at the same time, this is just me hanging out with some buddies online. Some of the best streamers don't even care about viewers. They're just there to have a good time and unwind. As do I. Life tends to hit you pretty hard, and you just want to get away from it all. I hang out with a pretty diverse group of people that talk about a variety of subjects. Anime, wrestling, movies, art house flicks. Yes, there is a difference. And a wee bit of politics, but not that much. It's kind of hard to tie all that into a stream about a fat Italian plumber running and jumping like an Olympic athlete to stop and kick turtles around, of course. Not even Liam, our resident film buff, can do that, and he's tried. Oh man, has he tried. In among the chatter, it can be hard to hear me, and that's unfortunate. Because despite that the Discord chat can hear me just fine, my golden tones don't carry well into the Twitch stream, despite this being an at 4020 Audio Technica. It's a really good brand of mics. Despite that, despite boosting mic levels, no BS, thanks to Lord Cat's advice, and getting a Behringer Xenix USB for my mic, thanks to Darish. All of which is good advice. Unfortunately, it just isn't enough. I'm getting the parts together to build a new PC, but I'm never going to truly know what the issues are regarding my low speech volume and the occasional buzzing. Hopefully, when I condense the streaming PC and main computer into one machine, hopefully that'll fix the majority of the problems. But I'm sure it'll create new ones. New computers always do. A lot of times I'll call out and attempt to converse with lurkers, since half the time there's no one talking in the Discord chat, and I can get rather lonely talking to myself. In fact, I find it kind of troublesome, as talking to yourself is still seen as a sign of madness. But if I don't try to converse with the lurkers, then when there's no one else around, I worry that I'll be seen as boring, especially when I'm just playing the game. Not talking at all at 2 in the morning, or who wants to watch a boring stream when there's several popular streamers that you could be watching? More on that in a bit. Of course, there's the issue of simply being too tired to talk, but not tired enough to put the controller down. I admit I'm not talented to hold a conversation with myself, nor can I crack jokes on the fly. It's not that I'm not funny. I've told a couple of funny jokes here and there. I just don't have the talent to make a career out of it. Some people can do that on the fly, and God bless them. If you can make people laugh while dodging fireballs and flying axes, more power to you. But not everybody has that talent. Some of you may have noticed a tip jar below my stream and wonder what would possess me to have the option to give me money when I'm not talented enough to earn it. Dude, have you seen most of the Twitch streamers out there with no personality, no sense of humor, are annoying as hell, and yet they're making thousands of dollars? Personally, I'd rather earn the money from just playing the damn games. And that's why I don't talk about the tip jar, except on rare occasions. And even then, I'll tell you something like, give whatever you like or nothing at all. This content will always be free. I say that for obvious reasons. While I'd like to receive donations and tips from people who watch my stream, it's not and never will be a requirement, nor is it needed. I do this as a hobby. Last thing I'll mention is that when I started with Twitch, I'll probably be with Twitch until the bitter end. I was never popular going in. One thing I noticed while watching Twitch fail moments on YouTube were the folk who have let let me rewind a little bit. One thing I noticed while watching Twitch fail moments on YouTube were the folk who have let the ego get to them and start thinking that they're such hot shit that they feel bigger than the business. But if you don't talk to your audience, you're neglecting them, or you're just plain boring. I never understood that. I can't wrap my brain around where the balance is between being a self-entitled fuckwit and simply being good at communications. Where is the balance? I don't know. By this logic, there's only 15 people on the entire platform that's worth watching, and I have no idea who any of them are. Am I one of them? I don't know. I just pop on to have fun. If you're just on to make money, you kind of miss the point. So, am I really worth watching? Hop over to twitch.tv/ReeseKane and find out. Or you can even go to youtube.com/ReeseKane and see my playthroughs and a little bit more. Thank you for your time, and have a good day.